Hello everybody, and welcome to the Bahrain Pre-Season Testing. Hello everyone. Apologies, no webcam today. Unfortunately, I've come back home from university for the weekend for this testing, and not everything is set up yet. Hopefully, I might have it set up for this afternoon. We'll do a little bit, but yeah, I'm gonna be taking us all the way up now to the lunch session. So or until lunchtime. So. We've got what is that? About one hour 44 minutes or so. I'll start the counter. I'll start the countdown around then. But how is everybody doing? It's great to see so many of you back. So I'm going to start this timer once it hits 20 seconds. There, 2, 1. That'll do. Right, there we go. Brilliant. So everything is all working. So this is Brazen Morale, by the way. Name change. Oh, hello there. Hello. So hello Diseased Wolf, hello Captain Bastain, how are you doing? Hello Richard, hello Alex, yep, San as well, and Age of Armad getting in first, so well done there. Yeah, hello everyone, hope you're all doing really well, and yeah, here we go, we are back for some F1 pre-season testing coverage, so yeah, here we go. How is everybody doing? Hey, hello Cyanide Popcorn, hello. Music Mix saying hello Bobo, hello there. No effing US coverage. Ah, damn. Yeah, I know it's quite well. It is the only place we can actually get proper coverage, like UK and obviously some other European broadcasters. YouTube doing you dirty, not giving a push notification. No face cam this up. No, unfortunately, I'm not set up. I've come back from university for the weekend, so I'm not I'm not fully set up yet. Hopefully for the afternoon session, I might be able to cover a chunk of the afternoon. But basically, I do just want to say I'm going to be a lot more busy over these 3 days. I do just want to quickly put that out there now. Basically, yeah, I've got real life. I've got university. Barcelona testing came at a great time for me. So I was able to cover all of it. There was no worries at all. But yes, I'm a little bit more busy this time out. But yeah. Right, what are we saying? Is the testing running? Yeah, testing is running at the moment. So we've got the live timings on the left-hand side that I'll be updating. So I'll probably set another quick lap time while I wasn't looking. Someone has, and it was Ale. Ooh, where am I going with this? Oh, loads of people have set lap times. Okay, I'll update the lap times on left in a minute. How are they supposed to expand when they only have coverage in the UK? Yeah, it's a bit. To be honest, I didn't know that was the case, to be honest, but yeah. What do I think about Mercedes? Well, it's an interesting one, isn't it? It's a really interesting one, because if this side pod pays off, which, you know, one would assume it's going to, there's no reason to suggest it's not, then they are in an absolutely brilliant position right now. So, yeah, I don't know how that's going to play out, but we'll have to see. So Norris has gone quicker. I'm trying to update live timings here, so 137. 0.5. Oh no, actually, it's right. So what have I done? How has Albon ended up down there? If I put in the wrong value for Albon, that could be the case. 137,797. No, that is right. Okay, I'm confused. The live timings are confusing me now. So Gasly's gone quicker, I think. No, he hasn't. He's the only one who hasn't. Ocon's gone quicker. So Ocon is now on a 1 minute 37.198. So we're still about 7 seconds or so, 8 seconds off of what we saw last year. So like I said, still a lot more, as I will be saying a lot, there's a lot more time in these cars. So you know, just that's probably one of the main reasons as well. I didn't really cover much of the morning. We're not getting a lot of ridiculously fast running, so yeah, there we go. I'm gonna head back to chat, see what everyone's saying. What have we got? So remind me, C1 is hard, right, or is C1 soft? So C1 is the hardest tyres and C5 is the softest tyres. But yeah, there you go. Which site? I mean, it depends where you are in the world. You can see it on F1 TV, I guess. But yeah, depends where you happen to be around the world. Hello, Suref. How are you doing? Suresh even. I'm trying to read on a really small screen. All right, thanks. No worries at all. So yeah, like I said, let me just get this all make sure it's actually right. That's a good start. Is Alpine top 3 to see? I don't think so. I don't think Alpine will be top 3. I'm still pretty confident the top 3 is going to be Mercedes, Ferrari, and Red Bull. I'd be willing to put a fair bit of money on that one, but yeah, I'm not sure. It'll be, like it's still going to be really interesting to see what everyone's going to be able to do. Guan Yu Zhou has popped himself up quite high. Let me get him up. So Guan Yu Zhou. And I've also not got multi-screen. That's how unprepared I am for all of this at the moment. So it might be a little bit more clunky, but I saw a lot of people still wanting it all nonetheless. So 137.164 for Guan Yu, so he's moving himself up the order. That's right, there we go. So we've got C3 tyres, C3 tyres, C2 tyres, not 20. Oh, okay, I've evidently got quite confused when I was putting in the lap counts for Vettel, and then so Sebastian Vettel set his tyres on set his lap on a set of C2 tyres. We saw Alex Albon setting his on a set of C2s, and we saw Guan Yu Zhou setting his on a set of C3 tyres. So there we go, that is now all up to date and right. So let's head back to the chat and see what you're all saying. This is by far the messiest stream I'm going to end up doing. Will K-Mag do a test? Yeah, so it's Pietro Fittipaldi in the afternoon session, and then you've got, I believe, yes, it's him. Yeah, he'll be in the afternoon session. I don't think Magnussen has done his seat fit, so I don't know when he's expected to get in the car, actually. I haven't seen an update on that. But apparently Haas are going to be allowed to do running on Sunday. They're going to get a Sunday session, half a day. So they will get some running in, because obviously they missed the morning session here, right now. The one that's going on right now, they've missed it because of what's going on. Yeah, basically because their plane broke down in Turkey, which meant that they couldn't get everything that they needed to the track. So that's why they lost out. So there we go, let's get back to the top. See what news has been going on. In case you missed it last night, Lewis Hamilton featuring a new documentary on Apple TV. Yeah, that was something we saw. Claiming Christian hadn't talked to anyone. Don't know why they did that. Okay, so this is interesting. So, quotes Horner saying this shaped crash structure is a step too far and that does not correspond to the spirit of the regulations. For us, these wings are illegal. Red Bull continued to insist that Horner says he has not spoken to anyone. Okay, so yeah, there's another thing that's quite confusing this morning. Is Horner did make some comments. We actually saw that. Yeah, Alpine has a lot of porpoising. We heard that they might be struggling with that. But this is really interesting. So Horner came out this morning basically saying, yeah, the elements of this car's illegal. It goes against the spirit of the regulations. We saw those comments. Everyone saw those comments. And now they're saying that he never said it, which I don't know. I mean, I don't know if that's right or not. I don't believe that to be right. But, who knows, I guess. It's an interesting one. But, yeah, I mean, as far as I'm aware, he did make those comments. That is a thing that has happened. So, yeah, it's an interesting one. Not entirely sure whether they're saying he didn't say it for a reason or not. I can't really think of a reason why. I don't think there's any legal grounds they're trying to cover here. I bought Hotstar subscription to watch F1, but they're not streaming. Oh no! Oh no! Christian Horner F1 impossible. Well, yeah, that's the sort of thing, isn't it? It's like, well, okay, but where have these comments come from then? Because there's actual journalists reporting on it, so it seems. Do I think the side pods could be a safety concern? I mean, let's be fair. There are bits of the car sticking out, so it's not the cleanest system in the world. But yeah, I'm going to do a quick update on time. So Albon's popped himself up to P3 now. So let's go back to the timings here. So right, we have let's go driver by driver. We've got Lewis Hamilton. He's on a 1:36.365, so that's unchanged. He did that on a set of C3 tyres. So yeah, he's been out and done some good early running this morning, locking up quite a lot with those interesting side pods or lack thereof. We've got Sergio Perez. He is on a 1:36.581, so that's the same. Charles Leclerc, he's on a 1:34.531, so that stayed the same. Lando Norris 37.5, stayed the same, that's good. Ocon 37.198, that is also the same. Gasly not been out recently too much. We can see Alex Albon out on track at the moment as well, so I'm going to do some live commentary of track stuff as well. I'll try to update the times or whatever whenever I'm still sort of playing catch up at the moment with the session so far, so. Vettel set a 1:36.637, so that's not changed. Alex Albon, so this is a new time, a 1:36.578. So again, like I say, look, we're still about 8 seconds off of what they were able to do last year, so don't quite take these times as gospel, really, but yeah, there we go. So what I'm going to do is we're going to have the chat open, going to have the tweet deck going, and there we go. I'm going to do some sort of live commentary of what's going on out on track for a bit, so... we've got Will Buxton and Ross Brawn walking down the pit lane at the moment, so There we go. We've got Alex Albon. I believe he's the only driver out on track currently. So there we go. Mercedes car looks like it does look pretty good. It's a good looking car. You've got to give it to him. Probably a very quick one as well. How will they manage the cooling with the small coolant and radiators? Well, yeah, that's the biggest issue. And quite frankly, I think without being able to see what's going on there, I don't think we're really going to know, which is a bit annoying. Daniel Gold saying hi, RaceBeacon. Hello, Daniel. How are you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you around. It's showing Hotstar is supposed to stream the pre-season testing. So if they're supposed to show it, I don't know what's going on there. Horner screaming and protesting next 3 days over Mercedes car. Well, yeah, you know, I called that out in my video this morning. Like, it's saying it's obviously going to happen. And to be fair, it's his job. I don't hold it against him to. I think if I was a team principal and, you know, you realise there's potential scope to get your biggest rivals in some trouble or something, you're going to take it. There's no doubt about that. So I don't hold it against him. It's his job too. And, yeah. Ferrari's very fast. Yeah, it's looking very fast, that Ferrari car. It's, I mean, look, like I say, that we're still about 6 seconds off the pace of what we saw last year. So don't read too much into these times. But yeah, it's good to see Ferrari still right at the top, doing pretty well. So we've got, I think, yeah, that's Lando Norris at the end of the pit lane. He's about to come out and do some laps. Not sure what tyre he is on, because it's a front view at the moment, and we can still see Will Buxton talking to Ross Brawn now. There we go. I mean, I don't know if any of you can hear the TV in the background, but I'm trying to set it up so I can hear it, and somehow you can't. So we go. Lando Norris now back out onto the track. Thoughts on the new W13? Well, it's a W13B now, isn't it? It's a completely different car from what we saw in Barcelona. And look, I mean, it's impressive, isn't it? You know, you got to see. It's one of those situations where, yeah, you want it to be really competitive. You know, you want it to be as, you know, close to grid as possible. But I think they may have tried to put a bit of a stop to that, because it's so innovative, it's so clever, and what they've been able to achieve there is impressive, as annoying as it is, because it might have taken away our 5-way title fight. But yeah. What about Aston Martin? Yeah, they're looking alright this morning. A couple of big lockups from Vettel. Again, I still think they're going to be in a battle pretty close with Alpine. I don't see that one going any other way, really. I'd still say the running order for me at the moment is definitely Mercedes fastest now with those side pods. I mean, we haven't actually seen their pace, but it's so innovative. These things normally don't fail. They normally work well. So yeah, I'm going like Mercedes, Ferrari, Red Bull. Probably top 3. And then you've got McLaren. I imagine it could be sort of in a land of their own, but, you know, a little bit closer to top 3 than previous years. Seb update. Yes, so wait, do you mean Seb has updated his time, or you wanted an update on Seb? Because I can see he's currently sitting P5. What's that, about 2.1 off the pace? So yeah, I don't think he hasn't gone any quicker, but I'll do lap updates as well at some point. Yeah. Wait till day 3, Hamilton will beast again, he'll break the timing. Well, that's the thing, you know, we're not going to get the pure pace until the final day. I might actually cover all. I'll wake up very early and cover all of the morning session for day 3, because unfortunately I will be missing most of the afternoon session. I didn't want to. I didn't want to have to miss it, but I think there's a decent chance I might have to, unfortunately. Because like I say, look, I'm just more busy than I have been on other weekends. I just can't stream the whole thing like I did for Barcelona. And at the end of the day, it is only testing, you know, it isn't a full race weekend, so it's not as important. I appreciate everyone really loves it, and it's, you know, I enjoy doing it, but yeah, it is still testing. I'll be here for the race weekends. I've watched Arcane on Netflix, is now all I can think about. Yeah, so Mercedes, Ferrari, McLaren, Red Bull, yeah, potentially, but Red Bull, we're going to see their upgrades coming in tomorrow, so, you know, I don't know what the situation on that's going to be. We'll have to wait and see. I'm going to quickly do a quick check on what tyres Albon's. Yeah, Albon did his lap on C3s. So I was going to say, I suspect he probably did that. I'd be surprised if he did that on a set of C2s. So Alex Albon C3 tyres. Brilliant. Can Williams get 5th? I mean, potentially, you know. They're not too far off Mercedes' side pod, you know. They're not too far off. So if they do adopt that, they've seen what Mercedes have done. And they can go, oh, you know what? If we tweak this, we can tweak that. Then they can do a very similar thing to what we saw with Mercedes, which will be interesting as well. Because if you know, it's good to see Williams potentially, if they, I mean, who's safe? If this is some ridiculously overpowered new new thing that's going to be with us in F1. You know, there's no reason they couldn't be the second quickest team if it's that impressive. Why is there no video session? I can't unfortunately show video of the session, obviously, because copyright. There's no point streaming for 2 hours if it's going to get demonetized. I'm going to be brutally honest. Seems like Hamilton is purposely driving slow. Well, yeah, no, they all are. Like I say, look, the best time we saw in pre-season testing last year was a 28.9 from Verstappen, so we are still way off the pace. We have to bear in mind, yes, okay, this is the second test, but it's still day one of testing. It's the morning session of day one of testing, so we're not going to put too much weight on this. Where am I watching? So I'm watching on Sky Sports F1 because I'm in the UK, so we have it live on TV. So that's what I'm using to commentate. So Sergio Perez currently out on track. He's improving. He's gone green sector 1. Schumi's about to go green sector 2 as well. Looking like he's pushing a little bit more. He's currently on a set of the C2 tyres. So Sergio Perez, as he's coming up through the hill along left-hander, which then becomes a quick jolt to the right-hand side before we come on to the penultimate straight. Yeah, he's 1.2 seconds down, but it is a green sector 2. So Sergio Perez looking like he is about to improve here. How's uni going for me? It's going really well. I'm still first year uni, so it's all basically stuff I've done before. So I wouldn't say it's the most engaging thing in the world, but you lucky UK man, time to move along. Yeah, I know it's weird that it's so yeah, Sergio Perez improving to a 1 minute 36.247 on a set of C2 tyres. I believe it's 136.247 for Sergio Perez. 0.247, so there you go, Sergio Perez, C2 tyres, moving himself up into P2, so decent lap time there, still 1.7 seconds off of what Charles Leclerc did on those C3 tyres. Uni's good, yeah. I wish for Ferrari supremacy in the next season. It's been quite a while since the prancing horse reigned supreme on the track. Do I think it's possible? I mean, I think it's possible, you know, I think after seeing the Mercedes car, though, they're going to have to bring something a little bit more special to the track. But no, I mean, you know, it could absolutely still do its job. I think they'll still be all right. Right, okay, I'm trying to keep up with everything that's going on. What do I study at uni? So I'm doing automotive engineering with motorsport. So I mean, that tends to help with these streams quite a lot. Hello Habnev, how are you doing? Good to see you around in the chat. So what we're seeing, Mercedes will be almost 1.5 seconds faster than their closest rival Ferrari in this season. Mercedes simulation practice shows that they are faster. So this is another 2014 to 20. I'm quitting F1. I mean, look, right, I think this Mercedes is going to be quick, don't get me wrong. And it's likely gains them over a second since the Barcelona test. But that doesn't mean it's going to be ridiculously quick here. So right, I'm really confused as well what's going on between this whole Christian Horner saga at the moment then, because what we're currently seeing is Christian Horner came out making some comments this morning branding the Mercedes car illegal. They said the elements of the car is illegal. Red Bull have since come out and said no, Christian has not talked to the media at all. He did not make any such comments. But that he did. They're perfectly legitimate quotes. So I don't know. Yeah, quite frankly, I'm really confused what's going on there. I'm going to quickly update the lap count because there's a few cars out on track at the moment. We've got Norris, Gasly, Leclerc and Perez all out on track. Charles Leclerc is currently on a set of C3 tyres, so we could see a little improvement from him in a minute. But I'm going to quickly update the lap count. So Lewis Hamilton up to 34. Sergio Perez is sitting pretty on 33, getting the early running in. Charles Leclerc. Charles is on 33 laps as well. Then we've got Lando Norris. He is sitting on 15. Has this actually updated? Yeah, this does update when I'm not. It's because I haven't got the multi-screen open like I had last time. I haven't got that available to me, so it's a little bit more challenging than Barcelona. And also no webcam for anyone just joining because I've come back from university for the weekend, so I'm a little bit. I haven't quite had the time to set everything up, so yeah, we're going to be streaming all the way to lunch, and then I've got some lectures, and I will likely be able to come back for the last 2 hours of the day as well. So, I mean, that's the time of the day that matters. That's when the good times come in. So, yeah, I'm going to try to do as much coverage as possible. Look, wherever I'm free, I'm going to be trying to do these streams or video updates, anything like that. So, you know, I promise I'm trying, okay? I'm trying. Right, here we go. So let's go back to the chat. That means car is legal. Well, who knows? We don't really know. I thought we did computer science or mathematics. I mean, I did computer science and mathematics for A level. and you know, elements of those. A level is what you do, but for anyone who doesn't know, A level is something that you do in the UK before university. Yeah, I decided to do 4 of those. Bad idea. If you're in the UK and choosing A levels, don't do 4. Bad idea. But yeah, there we go. The new Haas livery, your thoughts? I like it. It's a good looking. It's a good looking livery. I prefer it to the Russian one, to be honest. But yeah, there we go. Kevin Magnussen back in F1, guys. No one saw that coming. I spoke to a couple of people in the paddock, and big lock up there. Big lock up for Pierre Gasly, making a big mistake. We're seeing a lot of that down to, I believe it's turn 13, the downhill left hand. So let me get the track map up, so I can just look at the. I could actually just look at the corner numbers, because I normally do this for commentary, and there was a period of time where I actually knew all of the corner numbers for basically every single track on the F1 calendar. But unfortunately, those times are gone. Right, so there we go. I've got the track map. Got the track map up in front of me as well. So that's going to make it a little bit easier. Give you all a better idea. So if you want a track map as well, then you can, I don't know, visualize the track a little bit easier. Then there you go. It's not terrible. Cool. So there we go. Watch, I can use the live timing from F1 actually. That'd be easier, wouldn't it? Why am I using the race and autosport still? I can just use the F1 timings. Have they got they do have lap count. Brilliant. Okay, cool. I'm going to use that from now on then, because it's better. Right, what's everyone saying in chat? The thing is, you can bring a go-kart to the track and they won't say anything about it until the race week. Yeah, exactly. You know, just because you're running it in testing doesn't mean it's legal. You know, you can't run aero rakes typically. You know, in a race, you wouldn't be able to get away with that too much. But it's something that you can sort of do a bit more, a bit more here in practice. You know, or testing even. Christine Horner's middle name is Karen. Sheesh, for A levels must have been a headache. I'm doing computer science at uni at the moment. It's love and hate relationship. Yeah, I had a similar thing with computer science. It was I don't know. I'm a fan of the theory. Coding is just a bit of a pain though. I'd rather just not do that. Hard to join. Could you summarise what has happened so far? Yeah, I know. I've only just joined. To be fair, I've only been going about 20 minutes. Oh, hang on. Pierre Gasly might be about to improve. Let's keep an eye on this quickly. So yeah, not a lot's happened this morning, to be honest. We've seen the Mercedes turning up with almost no side pod at all on their car, which is I mean, it's mega. It's definitely the biggest story of the day, and it's going to be interesting as well, because we've already seen Red Bull, Christian Horner claiming that some elements of the car aren't legal. So Pierre Gasly does not improve. He's on a 38.777 on that lap, so only slower by about half a tenth, but slower nonetheless. And a big lock up into turn 1 as well to finish the lap. Between Uni and F1, I literally have no free time left, like none. Yep, that is a mood. Well, I'm chucking in streaming and stuff in there as well, so it's yeah, exciting times. So yeah, there we go. So let's head back again to the chat. Just make sure everything's working. Like I said, I haven't got multi-screen or anything. I'm nowhere near as set up as I was for the Barcelona test. It's a little bit harder. So do we believe Horner or a journalist? Seems something very Count Horner said. Oh no, he said it. He said it. You don't have that many journalists reporting it and still reporting it and saying, yeah, it happened. So basically, Red Bull accusing journalists of lying, which probably isn't a great start, to be honest. Could it be the Red Bull denied Horner's comments because they were already planning to bring out the same in Bahrain next week? Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, Max's face when he saw the Mercedes car this morning didn't look like a team that had something big planned. Let's put it that way. I think they might be they might end up struggling a little bit. Hey Brad, what's up? Hello, Shake. How are you doing? How are you doing? Not a lot. All doing all good. Doing all good indeed. So there we go. And a video as well. Video upload this morning. Still doing well, which I like to see. I like it when the videos do well. OMG, it's early. I hope I can find this on television. I need footage. Yeah, I know. It's a... yeah, obviously, I'd love to show the footage, but copyright exists. So thank you for 9.4k as well. Hopefully, we can hit 10k over the course of this week, maybe, before the season starts. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, I'm going to be stepping up a lot more on the video side. So if we can hit 10k, that'd be absolutely mega. So we'll keep an eye on that as well. Also, I still owe you all a shoey when we get to 10k. So if it happens when I haven't got the face cam or the webcam on, then it'll be the next stream, basically. So, yeah, there you go. You will get the shoey when it happens. Where to watch live in India? Unfortunately, I don't know. I don't know what the broadcasting rights are like in India. I don't know if you can get it on F1 TV. I don't know if that's... I don't know if they're running it. I think it a lot... Ooh, Lando Norris on a set of C4s, apparently, they're saying here. Oh, no, that was his best time. Crofty was just getting excited for absolutely no reason. Also, it's nice to hear Crofty and all the commentators back again. What's with controversy? Just tuned in. Yeah, there's a lot of controversy. So we have the situation going on at the moment. Obviously, Mercedes have turned up with this very minimalistic... guys, it's only in UK. Okay, so it's only UK and Ireland. Right. Cool. Okay, I mean, that sucks. I don't know why that's a thing. That's a bit rubbish. But yeah, controversy this morning. We have, of course, the... there's Mick Schumacher going for a walk on the TV. Okay, if no one else could watch it, in that case, I'm going to try to talk about TV as much as possible. We have Hamilton out on track at the moment, set of C3 tyres, so he might be about to put in a, slightly more impressive lap time that's not 8 seconds off the pace. Someone on Twitch is streaming it. Hotstar F1 TV doesn't cover it outside the UK. Okay. Can I use VPN to watch? I mean, yes, if you can find yes, actually, you can. So, if you have... I think you can, actually. I think VPNs do work on F1 TV, so that's something that you can definitely give a go. If you have a decent VPN. Newey or Allison? Well, I mean, from what we've seen so far, you've got to go with James Allison. He's done a fantastic job. These side pods, just seeing that Mercedes just driving around the track right now, it's just... the front-on view compared to the other cars is just absolutely ridiculous. How thin that car is. It's... You know, if you draw an F1 car, one of the main things, one of the first things you'd include, you ask someone to draw it from the front view, everyone's going to include the air intakes on the side pod. They're just not there. They're not there. The little eyes that it looks like. You've got the nose as the nose as the nose, and then a little curly moustache for the front wing. The eyes aren't there anymore. It's just a nose and a moustache. There we go. How am I watching? So it's on Sky Sports F1. That's how I'm watching. And again, so I appreciate other people in the world can't watch it, and that absolutely does suck. And that's a bit rubbish. Twitch F1 broadcasting. Yeah, I don't know where that is. Someone will have to post that thing. It's 3 AM and I stayed up for this. I can't even see it. Yeah, I know that's it's a bit rubbish. Where's the face? Yeah, so like I said, I'm back from uni for the weekend, and basically I got back last night and I just, oh my god, the porpoising on the Mercedes. Wow. Yeah, basically, I haven't had time to set it all up. It's just as simple as that. I haven't had the time to get it all set up and working, and I'm busy with university at the same time. I've got some like exam test stuff as well that I need to do, so that's exciting. Good times. What was it? Chemically calling it, I think. Yeah, I did hear that was something that they're looking at doing. So yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. So Hamilton yellow sector 1 at the moment, so he's not improving. He's on set C3s, a second down in sector 1, so I assume very heavy fuel loads. What's happening to Gasly? He just hasn't put in any quick lap times. I don't think there's anything bad going on. Actually, he has improved slightly. Oh, big lock up from Hamilton. Downhill left-hander there. That is, what corner is that? 'Cause I'm going to be saying that corner a lot this year. It's turn 10. So down into turn 10, the downhill left-hander, massive lock-up for Hamilton. We've seen a lot of that this morning. And could this be a signal that we've seen that the cars are going to struggle a little bit more through the slow corners? And it's almost every single time we're watching a car going through turn 10, they're locking up. So, yes, it seems to be a really big issue that no one's really got a handle on yet. So, there we go. So, Pierre Gasly improving slightly, a little bit closer to the pace now, but still very far off. We are still nowhere near the quick times. Can the teams change their car designs again after Bahrain testing? Yeah, they absolutely can. They can, and they will. They absolutely can, and they will. How bad is porpoising in comparison with Ferraris? Honestly, the porpoising for everyone seems pretty bad, to be honest. Red Bull aren't suffering too much of it. I think Red Bull might be suffering the least. But apparently porpoising can be... Oh, so actually, that's interesting. The Mercedes was porpoising a little bit with the DRS. So it was shaking a lot down the straight, not like what we've seen in previous years, with DRS open as well. So, yeah, that's an interesting one. To all Indians in chat, Disney Plus Hotstar doesn't have rights to stream the pre-season test, and F1 TV Pro also not available in India. Okay, that's a bit rubbish. I mean, we don't have F1 TV Pro in the UK either. I can only watch this because Sky's on. Thanks for clarification, worries. Pretty sure Disney Hotstar will be streaming when in Bahrain. Oh yeah, I assume. Yeah, by the sounds of it, they just don't have the rights to testing. That's what it sounds like. You know, not being Indian, not knowing anything at all about the TV broadcasting rights in India. That's what it looks like to me, for what that's worth. And in quality, yeah, they'll have all of that. What are we going on? Hamilton porpoising massively now. Merck lowered the right out. Yeah, that's what it's looking like. They are really strong. And a massive lockup down into turn 10 as well. Giving not quite flat spotting. He did ease off a little bit, so the front left tyres are alright. Vettel going into turn 10 a lot slower than some of the other cars there, so no risk of a lockup. Do I think K-Mag is going to break Gunter's door again? I hope so. It's perfectly entertaining stuff, that was. Absolutely brilliant. But yeah, it'll be one to watch out for, definitely. I think the door's crying right now. Not enjoying the concept, the prospect of Magnussen being back, I don't think. Hi, hello Rishi, how are you doing? Will the races be aired on Hotstar? Any idea? I have absolutely no idea. I think you're absolutely asking someone in the chat for that one. How am I watching? So I'm watching on Sky Sports F1. I'm in the UK. It's being broadcast on TV, so that's how I'm watching it. Obviously, I'd love to show it on stream, but I can't. It's copyright. I can't show it. Lando Odyssey 4 and a 9th poor from him. Well, yeah, he's still massively off the pace, so he'll go quicker. He will go quicker. For full context, the best time in Bahrain pre-season testing last year was a 1:28.9, so we are still very far off what these cars are likely to be capable of. So Rishi's saying yes, all races will be on Hotstar. So there you go, all of the Indians in the chat. There you go, it will be on Hotstar. Right, what are we seeing? Fairfax man, no worries. Hamilton come into the pits after massive porpoise. Yeah, he's been suffering a lot with that. It's quite clear. But yeah, it's interesting to see Red Bull not suffering with it quite as much as we've seen with the other teams, which I'm quite surprised by, to be honest. How many titles do I think McLaren will win this season? None. I'm not sure if they'll even win a race, to be honest. I think the issue is you've now got 3 competitive teams up there who can be winning races. And I think McLaren might be the 4th, which means it's just going to be very hard for them to win a race unless everyone in the top 6 wipes each other out. Hopefully they'll be closer and, you know, on their day they can be up there. So actually there's an interview with Horner here, so I'm going to take a quick listen to this. So Christian Horner lying, saying he hasn't paid a great deal of attention to the side pod. Right, so I'm just listening to Ted. Okay, so apparently Ted is saying that at the front point of the side pod there needs to be an entry of a certain size, and I think he's arguing that's something that Mercedes don't have. And apparently, let's see what I'm just waiting to see his responses because this is quite big. Yeah, so Christian Horner downplaying it, basically not giving us any answer. He doesn't want to create any headlines again. So yeah, he's not saying a lot. Yeah, walking off from the interview. So yeah, okay, not a lot there in the end. But yeah, so Ted Kravitz saying a little bit about why this car could potentially be illegal. One of the reasons in the rule stating apparently that there needs to be some form of air intake of a certain size at the front, which if obviously not there, then yeah, that's obviously, you know, that would be going against regulations. So that's an interesting one, but we'll have to see how that develops and where Red Bull go with that one. Mercedes have this CCS chemical cooling system. Your ideas about this? Well, I mean, it seems really interesting, you know. Obviously, we don't know a lot about it, and whether long-term it's going to work. They probably wouldn't have put it on the car. They wouldn't have developed to put so much into it if they didn't think it would work, so who knows. How can I see live telecast of F1 testing? Well, it's on Sky Sports F1 in the UK, UK and Ireland. And as far as I'm aware, that's the only places it's being streamed. So unless you've got a UK VPN or something like that, and you're able to access it on F1 TV, then yeah, I don't really know what you could be able to do there, unfortunately. I don't think Lewis will be champ ever again. I don't know. I mean, for me, the chances of him being champion this year have just shot up with looking at that side pod, but or lack of side pod. Is F1 TV free? No. No. So we don't have it in the UK anyway. It's not a like we can't access it for live streaming stuff in the UK anyway, unfortunately. But no, in some countries it's fairly cheap, and in some countries it's really expensive. So it just depends where you are. Ferrari still first. Yeah, but look, the best time in testing last year was a 1:28.9 here in Bahrain. So we're still quite far off the pace. You have to bear in mind that this is the morning session still. This is the morning session of day 1 of the test. So yeah, I mean, we're still quite far off what these cars are going to be able to do. We're still quite far off seeing the final form of these cars. I'm going to quickly update the lap count again. And I think the times are still accurate. We've got Leclerc, Perez, 1.834.2047, 2.106.223. Okay, so Esteban Ocon has improved. So Ocon improving to a 1 minute 36.7. 0.768. So there we go. So Esteban Ocon improving ever so slightly, putting himself up the order. I've apparently just given him an 11-minute lap time, basically 1:36.768. There we go. There we go. Give him an actual lap. So a bit of a mistake from Seb as well there, hitting the curb, massively clunking the curb. We're seeing a lot actually. The traction seems really poor on the exit the corners. There's a lot of tail wagging. The wheel spin going on for quite a lot actually. It's a right, for some reason they're giving us a graphic of Leclerc compared to Norris, despite the fact Norris is 3 seconds slower. I don't really know why we're getting that comparison. That's not particularly useful at all. But here we are. Right, let me update lap count. So Charles Leclerc is on to 33 laps, so he hasn't been out for quite some time, actually. I haven't seen that Ferrari out on track for a while now, so I don't know if they're doing some work. Sergio Perez, he's on 42 laps here. We've got Lewis Hamilton on 36. He hasn't been out for a little bit. Lando Norris out on track currently. They've not got a lot of laps in this morning, only on 19. We've still another hour and 8 minutes to go. Then we've got Esteban Ocon, he's on 23. We've got Pierre Gasly on 31. He's probably one of the main runners this morning. Sebastian Vettel up to 25. And then we've got Albon, which I can now do again. I'm happy about that. On 33 and 33 for Guan Yu Zhou as well. So there we go. That is all updated. So let's head back to the chat. See what you're all saying. There we go. Brilliant. Very bumpy ride for us. Yeah, he's been really struggling with the porpoising. By the looks of it, Mercedes car. Mercedes like a dolphin, backs like a porpoise. Yeah. No, it seems to be struggling quite a lot. I don't know if that's an effect of the side pods, maybe something along those lines. Who knows? But yeah. What did I miss? I've been gone an hour. So Great Western F1, hello. Yeah, so what have you missed? Not a lot really. There hasn't been a lot going on. There's been no real dramas. Sadie's suffering a lot with the porpoising. Probably one of the worst ones out on track, to be honest. See, track a little bit bumpy for Lando Norris now. He's about to go down the main straight, so let's wait and see for the porpoising. On the McLaren, he's on a set of C1 tyres at the moment, Lando, so don't expect much of an improvement from him, especially given he has just come into the pit lane. So, no, we won't get a good look at the porpoising, unfortunately. No side pods is illegal. Yeah, I mean, I don't know with this one. This is an interesting one, because apparently, as Ted Kravitz was just saying to Christian Horner, there is a rule saying there has to be some form of air intake of a certain size and certain position. So if that's not there, then I don't know. And look, I'm not going to even pretend to know the regulations off by heart on this one. This will be a have to wait and see what people say about it sort of thing. Is Aston Martin sandbag? Everyone is sandbagging right now. Every single car out there is sandbagging right now. We are not particularly close to what these cars are capable of at all. Checo looks good on the hards. Yeah, he's doing a decent job. He's putting some decent lap times, but look, they're still quite far off what what they're going to be capable of doing. So yeah, there's still a long way to go. Very long way to go today. I'm going to try to respond to some of the comments on the video I've just uploaded. So apologies for cooling the engine and creating downforce. Sure, it is car will fly on the straights, but may suffer in the corners. Let's see how it goes. Yes, that's a good point someone's raised as well. Okay. No drag but porpoising is present, wondering how they could address that now. Another innovative design from Mercedes. We'd like to see this car race. Was the regulations against innovation this time? That's something that people have brought up. And yes, it sort of was, to be honest. And the FIA do have the powers to go, actually, you know what, we don't like that, we're going to ban it. Whether that's fair or not, I'll let you decide. But that is, they have the power to do that, and you never know, they might end up doing it if they feel the need to. I'll be back in about an hour. Got an exam tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, I've got an exam to do at some point today, so today or tomorrow, so that'll be a good laugh. Charles Leclerc's out on track, currently on the set of C3 tyres, so here we go. Again, I've also got some lectures straight away, so I will not be able to cover, I don't think, the first 2 hours or so of the afternoon session, unfortunately, because I have a life. I've got university, I've got real life stuff going on, so I'm nowhere near as available as I was for the Barcelona testing. But whenever I'm free, I'll be doing these streams to to give it a go. So pre-season testing is not streaming in India, such a shame. Yeah, that is a shame. Who do I think will be is going to be the most improved driver this year? Most improved driver? Honestly, I think I know he wasn't on grid last year, but I think Albon. Because he didn't leave F1 in a blaze of glory or anything. But I think he could have a decent year. He's in a team that he's going to favour a bit more. He can sort of build that team around him a lot more. Did Ferrari bring any updates? Well, their car looks fundamentally the same as it did at Barcelona. We weren't expecting them to bring many new parts. They have got a couple of new parts on the car, but no, for the most part, it's all pretty similar. What if Hamilton is attempting to do the porpoising? And most people think he will struggle from it. No, I mean, I don't think there's any way to deliberately. I mean, you can set the car up to have more porpoising, I suppose. Like, you can do things that are going to hurt the handling, but you don't benefit from it. There's no there's no real gain from it. I don't believe, at least. We've got McLaren's back in the pits now. Yeah, we've seen it. So now, currently out on track, we've got Leclerc, Albon, and Vettel. They're the 3 cars out on track. Charles Leclerc's gone purple in all 3 sectors to set his best lap time, but that was quite some time ago. We have not seen anybody rise to the top of these standings for a little bit now. So yeah, again, we're just gonna have to wait. So Alex Albon, he's currently on a set of C4 tyres. Hello, Alex. Coming to the races, is he's on set C4 tyres, giving it a bit of a go. Alex Albon might be about to go fastest. Who knows? Let's see what this lap times will be like. He breaks down into turn 1. No real issue with the porpoising. That's from the Williams car. Climbing up the hill through turn 2 and 3 on the exit, just riding the curb at the exit, the corner, as we climb up the hill for turn 4. Let's see if he's got any issue on the turn. He's turning in pretty well. Let's see what the Sector 1 split's like in just a moment's time. Ooh, track extending a little bit at the exit. And he's 3/10 off of Charles Leclerc's time at the moment. So Alex Albon looking like he could well improve. Massive twitch through the fast right and left-hander. So that's going to lose him a little bit of time. The car not handling well by the looks of it. I haven't seen many cars out there at the moment handling well at all, to be honest. It's a here we go. We're coming into turn 10 now. Downhill left-hander. You're really not pushing there. He's going very, very conservative. And like I say, look, these guys aren't pushing at the moment, but it's fun to give it a bit of a hot lap commentary. But yeah, here we go. So carrying on. We also have the Mercedes. I don't know if this is live out on track or if it's just a replay showing the car's side pods, but we have got some footage. Oh yeah, no, it is live at turn 4. It's Martin Brundle. So the Mercedes is also out on track. Albon slower through sector 2, 1.7 seconds off the pace. He was very clearly not pushing too much there. He was doing okay through sector 1, only 3/10 off, but yeah, backed off quite a lot with a few twitches going on. Guys from India, I sent you the link of the live stream. I think Red Bull is behind Mercedes. Yeah, I think so at the moment as well. I thought so before this, to be honest, but seeing the updates that Mercedes have bought, I fully agree with that now. Did the teams resolve porpoising issue? No. No, they have not. It's still very much an issue. Some teams seem to be suffering with it a little bit less than others, but the Mercedes, when it came out on track last time, looked like it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. We've also got Charles Leclerc out on track at the moment as well, so we'll see if he's going to improve or whether he's just doing a little bit of long run. So I've got there's a decent chance that someone has to validate the link. I don't know. But yeah, there we go. So many things open at once. This is still a complete mess. There we go. What we've got to say? Did teams resolve those? Hi guys, what means C2, C3, C4? I don't understand. Okay, fair question. So C1 is the hardest compound of tyre, and C5 is the softest compound of tyre. So yeah, basically, if the lumber is lower, it means they're on a slower tyre. If the number's higher, it means they're on a quicker tyre. Why teams are not really concerned about porpoising? I mean, it's just an annoyance. It's not going to, get you disqualified or anything. It's nothing like that. It's just incredibly annoying. Which, yeah. I mean, if the drivers can handle it, they're well within their right to just go for it and just accept it. What's the max speed these cars are reaching today? I don't know, actually. I haven't seen any speed trap times. Let me take a... I'm sure I'll be able to find them because there's much more data around. Let me try to find the speed trap times for you. F1. Actually, I'll just type in speed trap. I assume someone commented about it. Trying to find some speed trap data. Okay, I cannot find any speed trap data. Hashtag F1 timing. Let's try that. Let's give that a go. See if there's anything. Nope, absolutely nothing. Okay, let's try F1 testing. And now I'm going to scroll through the photos while reading the chat. Thanks, bro, for support from Italy. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thoughts on the side part? Well, it's very, very interesting. The lack thereof, actually, is probably the the talking point. I mean, I don't know. It's a it's a really tricky one. Oh, here we go. Actually, we've got Mercedes appear to be trolling Red Bull now. Yeah, Mercedes trolling Red Bull on Twitter. So if you don't know, this morning, Christian Horner made some comments saying basically that Mercedes car elements of it seem illegal with their side pod updates. That were just basically not running a side pod at all, basically. It's a good sketch from Scarbs, actually. Let's take a... Actually, I might try to bring that up on my screen because that's pretty useful, actually, to have a look at that. I sort of try to show what's going on. There we go. This is pretty makeshift. Right, so here's what's going on here. So if you don't know what's going on with all of these comments, we've got there are apparently some quotes allegedly from Christian Horner doing the rounds. Red Bull say Christian Horner has not given any interviews regarding Mercedes' car. So let's say, okay, so now Red Bull have shifted their position a bit. A new statement says, so we are clear, we've made no official comment regarding Mercedes' car and will not be doing so. In summary, it's clear Horner did speak to Schmidt extensively, I hear, and did say what he is quoted as saying, but it seems Red Bull now want it to go away, hence the remark about no official comment, whatever that means. It won't go away, though, obviously. Yeah, I mean, Christian Horner this morning has accused the Mercedes car of being illegal. That's it didn't take long, did it? It really didn't take long. But here's some pictures of it for anyone who doesn't know. There's a picture of the side pods, or again, the lack of them. There you go. So that's Barcelona testing compared to Bahrain testing. That's actually not a great view, to be honest. There will be some... Yeah, there you go. I mean, you can see there. That's sort of like where the radiator is and some of the coolant systems, but it's just nothing there at all. But yeah, there we go. Let me head back now to the chat. That Mercedes not looking good at all. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's porpoising a lot, and it's locking up a fair chunk. So who knows? Maybe, it was worth a go. And this, this whole experiment with the much smaller side pods is not going to work. Who knows? All we've got on track at the moment is Charles Leclerc and Alexander Albon. That's all we've got on track at the moment. Is Alonso driving in the afternoon? I think he is, yes. I believe he may be. Yeah, I think he is. If I remember correctly, I think it was... I might still have the tab open, actually. The F1 Media tab. I might have closed it, I don't know. 1.7. I'm going to quickly check with the times again, just to make sure that's actually right, because that's always there. It's always a nice bonus when you know the timing screen's correct. So we've got 1.7, we've got 1.8, 2.0, 2.1, 2.2, 2.6, 3.0 and 4.0. Okay, so yeah, all the timings are completely up to date. I'm going to do a lap count update because we haven't done that for quite some time. And of course, it's useful to have the most up-to-date count possible. So there we go. Oh, I've just actually opened my folders. That's not remotely what I wanted to do. Like I say, there's so many different tabs I've got open right now. It is just a complete mess on my computer because I haven't even got the multi-screen. Because like I say, I'm not at uni anymore. I'm back home, and I'm struggling a lot more than I did on the other days. So Sergio Perez setting 44 laps now. Charles Leclerc up to 36, and he is on track at the moment, circulating, so he will improve on that, as will Albon. Lando Norris up to 21, Esteban Ocon up to 25, then you've got Pierre Gasly 31 still, Sebastian Vettel on 29, then you've got Alexander Albon on 35, I don't know why I said it like that, Guan Yu Zhou on 33, there we go. So yeah, that's all up to date, all good, and we're sorted. Why aren't I using Facecam today? Yeah, I've just come back from uni. I'm just not set up at all. I haven't got everything set up. Yeah, that's the joys of travelling back and forth. I've come back home and yeah, I'll try to have it for some of the afternoon session if I get it sorted. But like, I've got genuine uni work to do, so I might struggle. I think tomorrow it will probably be set up, I imagine. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. How to watch F1 from India? Yes, unfortunately, I don't think it is. I don't think it's being streamed anywhere in India. So, I think the Indian fans being a little bit screwed over here. But yeah, if you've got F1 TV Pro though, you might be able to use a VPN. I think so. You know, I mean, that's obviously it's not an ideal option, but it is an option. But I appreciate, yeah, you'd rather just have the ability to watch it live. That'd be much better. Mercedes got some serious problems. I mean, sort of. Like they're porpoising a lot, but like it's nothing too bad. Sergio Perez come out on track. That Red Bull, I've got to say, I do like the Red Bull nose. I thought the yellow on the front end of the nose maybe went up a little bit too high. I didn't like it at the start, but no, actually, I think it's all right. Christian Horner accusing Merck of doing something illegal with the car. Same thing, different day. Yep. Well, look, as well, it's always going to happen, and I don't blame him for it. It's his job. He wants to try to beat Mercedes in any capacity, and if you think they've found a trick, you want to put an end to it, I don't blame him at all for it. I'd be doing the exact same. If you're a team boss, you don't want you don't want your opponents finding an advantage. That's just I mean, it's fair enough. Until the teams learn to steal the floor by managing it around the floor. Well, yeah. The Merc is sparking a hell of a lot too. Yeah, I think they were going with slightly lower ride height. I think we've seen a little bit earlier on. They really were, though. Porpoising mixed with the sparks is just really funny, because normally you get a consistent flow of sparks, but when they were porpoising and sparking, you're just getting these bounces of sparks, and it makes it look so much more aggressive than it probably is. But it's yeah, it looks very dramatic. Until the teams learn to... Yeah, okay, right, I literally just read that. Yeah, not available in Hotstar in India. Yeah, with yeah, so unfortunate. I don't know, I think that's really unfair. The Indian fans are really losing out there. Planet F1, so you can see in the bottom right there, just a good illustration of the side pod. I mean, look, it's big. What Mercedes have done here is really big. And if it works, it could well be a championship decider for them. If we turn up to, well, I was gonna say if we turn up to Bahrain, but we already have. If we get to the race in Bahrain, let's see how much this Red Bull actually porpoises as well, because it's going down the main straight at pretty high speeds. Yeah, no porpoising at all from the Red Bull. So Red Bull seem to have solved the porpoising problem. Whether they've had to trade off some performance to do that, who knows? Yeah, what a Merc sacrificing though. Yeah. Round one will be a shocker for everyone. Freaking anyone could win. Even Kevin, who's probably not done any testing, will get available testing done. I mean, yeah, like it's possible, isn't it? But I don't know. I'm still. Oh, hello. Actually, getting Mercedes having a little bit of a problem getting out the garage there. They've gone off with one of the blowers for the brakes, one of the brake coolers. Good morning, good to be back. Yeah, absolutely, Tony. Hello. Yeah, we're taking us right up to lunch. I know I've got a lecture to be in. Like I say, guys, for everyone still joining who maybe was here through Barcelona, I'm not going to be able to stream as much through this test. I'm going to stream wherever possible. I'm going to make videos wherever possible. But it's physically impossible for me to, cover all of it. I've just got stuff going on. I have a life as well. If I was a channel with like 100k subs or something, I'd have the opportunity to put other things aside. But I can't do that. If you want to get me to 100,000 subs, I'm not going to complain if anyone fancies doing that. But yeah. What have we got? So, Braun saying we didn't anticipate Mercedes' very extreme side pod type, which I find weird. I find that really weird because the FIA were taking a keen interest on everyone's design all throughout the whole of the design phase of these cars. Bring your setup to cars. Yeah, I'm sure they'll love that. I'm sure they'll love that. I'm still waiting for the eventuality where someone on my course finds this channel. And they can go, you're a RaceBeacon. Okay, yeah, I am. And then high five them. And it'll be like a corny sitcom. It'll be great. Do I think Ferrari have been overhyped? But well, I mean, I've been one of the ones hyping them up, so I'm going to say no because I'm never wrong. But I wasn't anticipating Mercedes to do this with their side pods. The rumor came out last night, and I was thinking, if they pull out the garage tomorrow with no side pods on their car, you know, we can call the championship right there and then. So who knows? Who knows? Yeah, no coverage in India. That sucks. That really sucks. Oh god. So I have to. I've got the TV up a little bit so it doesn't trigger any copyright, but you might be able to hear some of the the audio, maybe some of the engines, maybe some of Crofty chatting. Who knows? Right, what we're seeing. So yeah, India's the most violated F1 fans. We barely get any cover. Yeah, that really sucks. I don't get why F1 haven't tried to invest more in the Indian market. I find that really weird. I thought that would be, I thought that'd be a pretty good avenue to go down because obviously there's a lot of Indians out there. So, it's such a big place and it's got such a big population. I don't get why they're not, trying to invest there. But who knows? I don't see any rules that Mercedes broken. No, I mean we haven't seen any rules either. Until someone can, actually give us a rule that's been broken. We can't really, we can't accuse them of much. But apparently, well, Ted Kravitz, I heard. I literally heard him saying it. Did say, as it goes, big lock-up from Lewis Hamilton coming into turn 10. And everyone's been struggling with that. The lock-ups down into turn 10, really bad today. But yeah, Ted Kravitz was saying to Christian Horner a little bit earlier, apparently there are some rules that do say that you need some form of air intake of a certain size in a certain position. And apparently Mercedes potentially don't have that. Whether that ends up being an issue, who knows? We just don't know, unfortunately. Great West is saying, I think Merck's struggling for porpoising. Yeah, they are. We absolutely saw that. They really are. And Alpine also turning up this week with not their dyno car, their sort of their prop car. They've got their actual setup. Very twitchy as we come on to the penultimate straight here, though. On the exit of the corner. Will they ban this innovation like they did DAS in 2020? I don't know. But yeah, it was interesting to see Ross Brawn saying they didn't expect it. That seems odd. Because, the FIA, they've worked really hard, like, with the teams. They've watched them throughout the whole development period. So, yeah, I find that odd. Chuckles, I'm in danger. So yeah, here's some good sketches. So we now have the Mercedes W13 F1 Bahrain spec, the most extreme slope side pods, the key feature that allow for the aero work. For the aero to work despite their small size. Note floor edge loses the wavy edge at shakedown spec. See some pictures within shrouded side impact. So there we go. Yeah, I think for me this is a genuine safety risk. This is what we got on the car here, and this is what we got on one of the Formula E cars. One of the first gen cars. I mean, for me, that could easily be a bit more of a safety risk and probably more where some of the debate will come from. But I don't know. Because that can fit through the halo. There's no doubt about that. But it's got to be some freak accident for that to cause much of an issue. This is more photos of the car with the massively sloped side pods there. It's crazy. It really is. So yeah, there you go. There's some pictures of it for anyone who doesn't know. I'll compare. There we go. Yeah, okay, cool. That's all good. So what people say, you should add K-Mag on the Excel table. I will when he comes out. I will do. But yeah, it'll be Fittipaldi this afternoon coming out. So yeah, K-Mag will be there. And I'll have to resize everything and it'll be a laugh. Ooh, yawning now. had to get up early to watch this. Like I say, I'm a student. I'm not used to waking up early, gonna be honest. 122, 199 pole last time in Abu Dhabi. Okay, brilliant. We're not there now, though, for anyone who may not know, but yes. Red Bull also has that side wing that may be dangerous, but I don't see anyone. Right? Yeah, I haven't seen anyone complaining about it yet. I don't think it's much of a. It does stick out a lot. I'm seeing Hamilton live out on track at turn 8. It sticks out a lot. It's really prominent. I hadn't really noticed it until you start talking about it and you actually start looking for it. But yeah, that's a bit weird. Hey man, Brazil here again. Oh hello, Leo. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Haas F1 team has requested a run on Sunday after missing the first morning of pre-season testing in Bahrain. So that's some news we got. And I think it's been granted. So I think Haas are just going to be doing a bit of running by themselves Sunday morning, which is odd. not entirely sure about that. What's scaffolding on the moat behind the front tyre? It looks weird. Let me remember. Oh, is that... Okay, so if you're talking about that little picture, that on the right, that is a Formula E car. I don't know if you're talking about that or like the actual Mercedes. I'll have a quick look as it comes past the main straight, coming down into turn 1. I'll have a quick look. So just behind the front tyre. I mean, I can't see anything. Obviously, the car's going quite fast, though. Porpoising seems to have been fixed. I think they might have risen the ride height a little bit. I think it might have been more of a test with the low ride height, just to see how the car handles. But yeah, the porpoising seems less of an issue now. I think they have ever so slightly updated it. Yeah, car actually does look like it's running a little bit. Actually, no, it looks like it's running really low. Massive track extension at the exit of turn 4. We'll be seeing a lot of that in a week's time as well. That'll be a big talking point, no doubt. The actual market looks like scaffolding. Right, yeah, I'll have a quick... Okay, right, so it's going quite slow here past Martin Brundle. Yeah, I mean, it's quite hard to tell. I think we'll have to, I'll get some still images at some point and have a quick look. Airflow measuring rack to see what... okay, so that's why it's going on. Okay, yeah, so I couldn't actually see it when it was out on track there. That was a bit weird. No more fireworks either on the Merc. No. So it's clearly running a little bit smoother. I think they've risen the ride height quite a bit. Do I think the reduced side pod could create some more of a downforce since there would be... yeah, absolutely. You've got more undisturbed air going towards the rear wing, and ultimately, if that's something that they're looking for, it's going to be really useful. You've got less general drag, more air is just going to completely pass through, and you've got more air going to the wings. So, I'd say it's working pretty well. Obviously, you're likely to have a bit of a higher centre of gravity in the car, but not massively. It's just going to be slightly higher, which means it probably won't handle quite as well through the corners. But like ultimately, if you're gaining a lot down straight, it doesn't really matter. So, oh no, everyone catches up through the corners and then you're 10 kilometers an hour faster down the straight. You gotta pay the money. Yeah, where to watch live? Yeah, you got to pay the money. You need your F1 TV. FP1 latest this is 131, so about 3 seconds slower than free practice one. Yeah, exactly. I'm starting to think these cars might be about a second slower maybe than last year's cars. I originally thought it would only be a couple of tenths, but I may be extending that out to about a second. But look, don't get me wrong, we still have not seen any of the teams going for performance running yet. I think day 2 this time, we will start to see some C4 running. Some longer runs on the C4 tyre. I think we will start to see that a little bit more. When will we see real times be set? Honestly, I'm not sure we'll get pure performance. You can get a good idea of what the grid's going to look like, but pure lap time, genuinely not until Q3. Then again, saying that, in the video that I uploaded yesterday, so the second latest video, we did have a quick look. Oh, there we go. Okay, yes, we did have a little bit of a look at a comparison between pre-season testing time from 2021 at Bahrain and the pole time. And to be fair, Max Verstappen was about 300ths quicker in pre-practice than his pole time was in Q3. So, I mean, look, we could see legitimate lap times being set. Obviously, I think they're slightly softer tyres actually, so that will explain some of the pace. But raw lap time, it could be there or thereabouts. That Alfa Romeo looks good on track. Aston Martin and the Alfa Romeo running quite close to each other, looking pretty good. Why does it look like Ham's struggling? I mean, look, he had a little bit of porpoising, but I think they were just doing some lower ride height running. To be honest, I don't think it was anything anything too bad. Look, you still have to bear in mind this is day 1 morning. Like we're very early into testing here, so no one's gonna be trying that hard. It's a case of make sure everything still works from the test in Barcelona, and yeah, there we go. Where to get this live? Unfortunately, well, it depends where you are in the world. If you're in the UK and Ireland, you can watch it on Sky Sports, or you can watch it on Sky Sports. I mean, there must be places in the world where you can watch it on F1 TV, but not in India apparently. I know that much now. What have we got? K-Mag to win the first race. I'll prove you all wrong. I don't see it. I don't see it. I'd love to see it. I really would, but I unfortunately don't quite see that happening. But yeah, you can dream. You can dream. What's happening to Aston Martin with Seb? I mean, not a spectacular amount, to be honest. They're all just sort of circulating at the moment, getting some laps in. Obviously, Seb did have that breakdown at the end of the Barcelona test that cost him the afternoon running, so I guess Aston Martin probably have a little bit of catching up to do on where their run plan would have wanted to be, but like, let's face it, they're probably alright. Have there been any flags this morning? Nope, not even a yellow flag as far as I'm aware. We haven't seen any yellow, any red flags. It has all been very smooth. I do think, though, potentially... Oh, big lock-up from Guan Yu Zhou down into turn 1. Lock-ups seem to be a bigger issue this year. I don't know whether it's because they're not pushing as hard, so the tyre temps are a little bit cooler. But I tell you what, the lock-ups are really bad. We're seeing them, almost every minute we're getting some form of lock-up on these cars. So the tyre's taking a little bit of a pummeling, actually. Oh, Hamilton coming into the pit lane. Currently P3 coming into the pit. So currently out on track we have Sergio Perez, Sebastian Vettel, Ocon and Guan Yu Zhou. Or Zhou Guan Yu, whichever way you want to go with that. What have I? You say Ferrari is overpowered. Sorry for my English, I come from Switzerland. No worries, no worries. So Ferrari is overpowered. I mean, I'm not sure they'll be, as strong as I was maybe hoping before. I was thinking they're going to be like right up there. I think it'll be a little bit harder, but, I still think they're probably the second quickest team, to be brutally honest. What have we got? The lockups weren't so bad in Barcelona, were they? Well, you see, I don't know. We heard a lot about lockups in Barcelona. And obviously, no one's going to report on a lockup. It's not, it's hard to tell. I don't know. I mean, I can't compare the levels. I don't know. That's the issue with not televising Barcelona. We can't tell. It's really annoying. But, yeah. Okay, so we've now got 3 cars out on track. It's Perez, Vettel, and Guan Yu Zhou. They're the 3 out on track. Vettel is improving on a set of C3s at the moment. Guan Yu Zhou crosses line 4 seconds off the pace from what his best was. Sebastian Vettel crossing line. He's going to improve, I imagine. He's current best 2.1 off the pace. He is now only 1.6 off the pace. So Sebastian Vettel putting himself up into P2 on a set of C3 tyres for Seb. So Sebastian Vettel, a set of C3 tyres with a 1 minute, and I didn't quite catch it, so I'm going to rewind the TV. There we go. I'm sure this is the most technical way of doing it. Here we go. So that was a 136.166. 166, there we go. So Sebastian Vettel improving on a set of C3 tyres up into P2. There you go. Not a terrible lap time from Seb at all, but they will all go quicker. They will all go quicker. Who's sandbagging? Quite frankly, everyone. Yeah, we're still about 8 seconds off the pace of what we saw in Q3 last year, so yeah. Is Ferrari that much faster as no one's pushing? I mean, look, Ferrari still can go quicker than that. They're still 6 seconds off the pace of what we saw in Q3 last year. So probably about 5 seconds off their pure pace, I'd guess, something like that, if these cars are about a second lap slower, because they do seem to be struggling through the slow corners a lot more. These cars don't look anywhere near as easy to drive. There's so many corrections going on all through the corner. Will we get to watch all the races after Bahrain testing on TV anywhere around the world? I imagine so. I mean, I imagine there's going to be, there's going to be rights from most countries, because F1 get more money that way. So, yeah, I imagine so. But if not, you can get F1 TV. Get F1 TV Pro and you should be able to watch it. So yeah, if there's no broadcasting rights in your country, you can buy F1 TV. What we see, Sebastian Vettel, Aston Martin. Yeah, we got that improvement. I'll do the lap count update in a minute as well. I'm just I also think it's gonna be a W196 level step ahead of the rest of the field, and silly comments in a thread about is it legal? Come along. Do you think it's not clarified with FIA? There you go. So I'm reading comments of the video that I uploaded this morning as well, because I always read the comments. Okay, I always read the comments. So up to hello. The Mercedes in. Oh, that's spiking views. Absolutely splendid. I love it when that happens. How many views is that getting per minute? That's pretty crazy. I mean, it's hardly the biggest video I've ever had going, but how many views is that getting a minute? Blimey, now that's up to 200 views a minute. Jesus. Okay, so that video's doing well. I'd like to see that. Um, I feel like Miss Daisy would drive faster. Can you please highlight position of drivers that are out on track? I think I'll just repeat it every now and again. It's a lot because drivers come in and out so regularly. Honestly, it would just take so long to do it. Like I won't be able to properly watch it because I'm going to spend too long looking at my Excel sheet. But obviously, I sort of do want to watch it as well. How am I watching? I am watching. Is Train Not Stream? Yeah. So right. So if you're in India, for example, this is the one I've had confirmed basically by people. You can't watch it. There's no way you can watch it live unless you maybe get like VPN and buy F1 TV Pro and put it to the UK. I'm watching it on Sky Sports F1 because it's on TV for us in the UK and Ireland. It is on TV. So yeah, there you go. Who do I think is going to be champion? Honestly, I'm going to say now I'm going to go with Lewis. I think I was going with Lewis anyway before actually, but I think it'll be him a lot more now. I just feel like the Mercedes car's a bit... Wow! Charles Leclerc really... Okay, that is the most I've seen anyone push so far. Charles Leclerc, purple sector 1. I don't know if he's just backed out. It looks like he's going a little bit slow on the exit of the corner, but let's see. He is definitely on a flyer right now. Yeah, no, he's probably chucking it now. Down through turn 9, turn 10. No lock up on the front left. Absolutely lovely. One of the neatest and quickest we've seen it done so far this session. Charles Leclerc coming down the straight now, opening DRS. Let's see what he's hitting in the speed trap. About 300 kilometers an hour, just about. So Charles Leclerc... obviously with the engine and turned down quite a lot and heavy fuel because we're going to be well above 300 kilometers an hour in the future. But let's see if he sets... Okay, so he's slightly down in sector 2. It did look like he made a little bit of a mistake, not quite pushing as hard on the exit. But he's still only a tenth off his previous best time. So let's see if Charles Leclerc is about to improve. I want to see if he can hit 300k actually. That's going to be the interesting one because I think they've gone quite heavy fuel here in Ferrari. Oh, big bit of understeer mid-corner there. Charles Leclerc, across the line he goes, and he does not improve. About a quarter of a second down in the end on his previous best lap time from Charles Leclerc. Nearly improved, purple sector 1, so we've got a new theoretical best, but yeah, no real improvement there. What we've got? I feel bad for Nikita. German Sky Sports. German maybe. I don't know. I wish I knew, but I don't know what the what the international broadcasting rights are like, because I don't need them, basically. Like it's not something I need to look at. Oh, there we go. So we've got lap recap from Charles Leclerc, properly chucking it into the downhill left-hander. That's the impressive one. I think that's where drivers have been struggling the most. That's the most nailed we've seen a car there. What's happening? McLaren seems no movement for them. No, they haven't done a lot to be honest. So of course Daniel Ricciardo was ill. So he was meant to be in the car all day today, but no, unfortunately he was ill. So it's Lando Norris in the morning and afternoon. So yeah, not sure what's going on there. What's the effect of having no side pods? Likely effects. Slightly higher centre of gravity of the car, which is going to make it a little bit worse through the corners. You're probably going to get more downforce towards the rear end of the car, while also less drag as a whole. So that's pretty neat. I mean, past that, there's not a lot more really. But the main thing is probably just a lot less drag. So that's why I really want to see the speed traps times of the Mercedes. But I fear they've got their engines massively turned down like they did in Barcelona. They were like 16, 20, 30 kilometers an hour slower down the straights than Williams were, who I think were the team that probably turned their engines up the most over the course of Barcelona testing. But yeah. What we're seeing? No cooling to the... Well, they have got some... Yeah, so they've gone for like chemical cooling systems, which is pretty interesting. I don't know if it's going to work. Who knows if it's going to work or not, but yeah, that's what they've gone for. Can I suggest some streaming websites? I don't really know any for F1 to be honest, because I've never had to look for them. I can give you tons of football ones, but no, I don't know any F1 ones really. AlphaTauri seems not doing good. Are they testing? Yeah, let's do a lap count update. So let's see if Pierre Gasly has actually recently been back out on track. So let's do a quick lap count update to compare from about 10-15 minutes ago. So Lewis Hamilton is up to 46 laps, so he's done a fair chunk of running in that time. We saw him out on track. Sergio Perez up to 53, so similar story with him. Charles Leclerc up to 44. Lando Norris is up to 21 still. So yeah, we haven't seen him for a while. Esteban Ocon is on 32. Pierre Gasly is still on 31. So yeah, no, they haven't done a lot. I haven't seen. He's back out on track now. He's doing an outlap right now. So we've actually got 5 cars out on track. We've got Charles Leclerc, Perez, Albon, Guan Yu Zhou, and Gasly. 3 of those on an outlap, being Leclerc, Zhou, and Gasly. Albon on a set of C4 tyres, starting a lap. Is this going to be Alexander Albon coming back to F1 for this season? Potentially going to go P1. Who knows? We're going to have to wait and see. C4 tyres, obviously, it's going to be in pretty heavy fuel. This isn't going to be a performance run or anything. He goes. Oh, he's half a tenth down on Charles Leclerc in Sector 1. So this, for Alex Albon, is looking like it's going to be an improvement on a set of C4 tyres. So Alex Albon, as he continues going on this lap, I'm going to finish this lap count update. Sebastian Vettel up to 33. And then we've got Alex Albon still going around the track. He's on 45. And then we've got Guan Yu Zhou on 36. He's done an install lap. Right, so we're back to this now. So Alex Albon coming down the sort of mini straight that you've got, where there's a little DRS zone. Let's see what a Sector 2 split's going to be like as he comes through the uphill left-hander before then darting towards the right where the Sector split is. And he is... He's half a second down on Charles Leclerc, but he is still massively up on his past lap. So I imagine this is obviously still very... I mean, for everyone, it's still engines absolutely turned down. But here we go. So yeah, it's interesting to see some more C4 running than we saw on other days, which I did sort of predict in Barcelona and in the video that I uploaded yesterday. We're going to get a lot more C4 running than we saw in Barcelona, because basically it teams. There we go. So he goes P2, a 1:35.217. 1:35.217 for, that's Latifi. Whoops. Albon, and then that and that. There we go. And that's also a C4 tyre. So Alex Albon going up to P2. Pierre Gasly is also improving. I mean, that's not a hard task because he's very much off the pace at the moment. Back out on track on a set of C2 tyres. He's 2.6 seconds down on Leclerc through Sector 2. Meaning he will improve, very likely, but not by a considerable amount. Let me head back to the chat again. I've realised I've been ignoring you guys for a while. Let's head back there. What do you say? You can stream here. It's a legal site, but you can watch F1 live coverage. Has Mercedes fixed their porpoising? Yes, they did a little bit more. They've been out on track a couple of times. Pierre Gasly improves to a 1:37.888. 1:37.888 for Gasly. So, yeah, slight improvement there. Not overtaking anyone, just 3/10 off of Lando Norris's time. So, yeah, it does look like they fixed the porpoising issues a little bit. It doesn't seem like it's as much of an issue as it was when they were out on track a little bit earlier. Speaking about drag, why 2020 Merc is still faster than 2021 Merc in Monza. Power track, despite the newer car, more powerful. Well, you know, I think what we saw more of... Well, yeah, that's a good point, actually. Yeah, it's a more powerful engine, but the regulations did change slightly. You know, it wasn't a massive change of regulations, but they did change. So, I'd guess that's where it's going with that. Also, no, good point as well. They did have the engine mode freeze, so basically you couldn't keep changing the engine modes during the race and things like that, so I guess that's why. You know, you had to just pick an engine mode and stick with it. No more party modes that we had before. I'd say that's probably the biggest change. Albon 1:35. Yeah, we've got that one, I believe. Is Horner complaining about it? Yes, so Christian Horner has... this morning said that he believes there are illegal elements on the Mercedes car with their side pods. Or lack of side pods. Wow, that was a loud click. Or lack of side pods. But apparently he has denied saying it. Despite the fact he definitely said it. Red Bull have denied... I think basically Red Bull didn't want to come out with like any form of official statement. And Christian Horner, before they sort of had that plan of how they're going to approach this, he just spoke to the media. Horner is always complaining. Well, no, it's his job. Like, I'm not gonna have a go at him for that at all. Because, like, let's be fair. Like, if you were, you know, if you're a team boss and your rival appears with something that you don't have, you know, you're gonna want to question it. You want to get, and you think it's gonna be beneficial and you don't have it. You're gonna want to get rid of it. You know, I don't blame him on that at all. Any update on Haas? Yes. So Haas will get Sunday morning running by themselves. They're gonna get an extra 4 hours on Sunday to make up for the fact that they lost out on this morning session because of what went on with... Oh, I tell you what, though, this does... Hopefully they... will they make the timings public from the Haas Sunday morning test? That would be interesting, because Haas can save their performance run for the Sunday morning. No, it's this cheeky jab. At least Kristen doesn't have a foot smash door. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I appreciate that as well. But like, I've seen people genuinely get like angry at him for saying it, and it's just weird. It's like, well, it's his job. Why wouldn't he do it? You know, you wouldn't be you wouldn't be doing your job if you didn't complain when you think when you think someone's made an advantage. I wish Newey would move to McLaren one day. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I'll be up for that. As a McLaren fan, I'll be all over that. So yeah, the big thing is Red Bull and McLaren. They're both going to have their upgrade packages arriving to the track tomorrow through day 2 and day 3. I do think we're going to see something really interesting. Oh, they're putting some Flovis onto the Mercedes front wing, which is pretty cool. So we'll get some more running from the Mercedes Lewis Hamilton at some point soon. Putting some Flovis on the front end of that car with the front wing. There we go. So Mercedes have got a different front wing actually compared to what they had in Barcelona as well. It's quite interesting. But yeah, apparently as well, Adrian Newey has said that the differences will be very clear. So I think they might have come up with something pretty special as well that we're going to see tomorrow. So it's Mercedes' turn to take all the headlines today and potentially Red Bull's turn tomorrow. We've got chemical cooling seems like something that would be banned next. Yeah, potentially. I mean, if it stops something like this, I think that might be something they go about. Or the FIA have got the power to just ban it. they can purely just come out and ban it. So, I mean, I don't know, that might be something that they consider doing as well. How many sets of tyres are the teams given for testing? Yeah, I got asked that a couple of times in Barcelona, and I still don't know. It's more than they get, obviously, on a normal F1 weekend. They get quite a few sets of tyres. It's enough sets of tyres for it to not really be... Look, it's never been mentioned before too much, like on TV or anything like that. So, it's not anything that you need to be worried about, let's put it that way. I wouldn't be surprised if every F1 car developer knew the rules of the car. Well, yeah, exactly. But the thing that some teams will try... Well, no, but you say that. Some teams have put illegal parts on their car before, that they've done it. It happens all the time. They think they can get away with something, or they interpret the rules in a different way, like deliberately, and try to argue it. So who knows? The AlphaTauri is looking a little bit... it's not handling the bumps particularly well, riding on board with Pierre Gasly, and there's a lot of understeer through the corner. He's having to take 2 or 3 jabs at the corner, which is a bit uncommon. But yeah, I don't like the AlphaTauri on board. It's way too white. Like, the livery itself is quite nice, but from the on-board view, it's yeah, I'm not a massive fan of that, to be honest. What does the regulation tell us about engine constant coolant fluid? I don't really know. I haven't, like I said, I'm not going to pretend that I know every part of the regulations off by heart, and it hasn't been mentioned from what I've seen. So I don't know. Right, I'm trying to. No, it's not time. I'm just keeping an eye on everything. So. Oh, okay, this is a good photo. Okay, so this is from the Engine 11 Position 5 Twitter user. I'm going to bring this up. This is really interesting. So, obviously, we know the Aston Martin, despite having the Mercedes engine in its car, has still... Okay, this... So, okay, this is interesting, because I've got a conspiracy theory now. Could we see Aston Martin turning up to the race in Bahrain, doing a similar thing as to what we're seeing Mercedes do now? Could they just be hiding it? Because that is a lot of space in a side pod. That is a lot of waste of space. That's a lot of extra drag. You're getting less air to the rear end as well. That's interesting. So could this actually be a bit of a fake out from Aston Martin, and potentially... all of the Mercedes teams are going to turn up with, with this really slim design that they figured out might work. That's really interesting, actually. I mean, that's purely conspiracy theory stuff, but, definitely an interesting one to watch out for, potentially. What area do you think Red Bull, do I think Newey is going to change most? Honestly, I think it's going to be pretty much most components of the car. I think you're going to... Tomorrow we're going to see pretty much every part of that Red Bull car changed. I don't think there's going to be much of it that looks similar at all. Main area, apparently it's going to be more visual. It's going to be a lot clearer. So, yeah, I don't know, it's interesting on that one. Sebastian Vettel gone P3, or did I have him P3 already? I don't remember. Yeah, Vettel's P3, that's cool. Right, I think I've got all the times right. I hope I've got all the times right. I'm going to do a quick update on the lap count. Again, we haven't done that for a few minutes. Let's quickly update that. Now head over to the chat for a bit and we can see what's going on. So Hamilton has done 48 laps now. We've seen from him. Sergio Perez is up to 58. Then we've got Charles Leclerc on 52. Then we've got Lando Norris on 21 still. We haven't seen Norris out on track for quite some time, actually. Ocon is on 34. Pierre Gasly on 37. He's been getting a little bit more running in past that 31 from before. Sebastian Vettel is on 33. And then we've got Alex Albon. I know he's been out on track. He's up to 48. Is anyone actually out on track at the moment? I don't know. I'll have to wait to see the graphics. Guan Yu Zhou is on 40 laps. Also, I'm really sad that we missed Barcelona being televised, because I'd much rather watch Barcelona testing on TV. Like, I just swapped. I wish they swapped the tracks around. I mean, obviously, I know it was done for like contractual reasons, but I'd have swapped it around because I much prefer watching it at Barcelona. It's just better. So it's a more fun track to watch. Bahrain's a great track for racing, but it's not a particularly fun one just to watch the cars drive around. Whereas Barcelona is a bit more. Who's driving in the afternoon now? Are you streaming the afternoon session? Right, so, great question. I mean, look, there will be different drivers in the afternoon. I think there's going to be 6 new drivers in the afternoon, I believe. I don't know which ones, because I haven't got it set. Like I say. Okay, I'm going to do a full explanation of what's happening, actually, because I appreciate there'll be new people here. So, obviously, Barcelona, I covered the whole thing. I simply cannot do that this weekend. It is not possible. I've got real life stuff going on. I've got university lecture things. Like, literally the second this ends. Oh, hello, actually. Alex Albon, purple sector 1. Let's put my life plans aside for a minute. But yeah, so, yeah, I've got university. So basically, I'm just going to be a lot more busy than I was in Barcelona. So I'm going to try to do as much coverage as possible. But yeah. Did Barcelona change layouts from previous years? Lap times won't be comparable then. Yeah, exactly, they did. And I mentioned that in a video that I uploaded. Albon, he was purple sector 1. He's not set a personal best in sector 2, but he might still improve. He's on a set of C4 tyres. Vettel's improving through sector 1 and 2, so we're about to get 2 improvements. No, we're not. And no, Albon does improve. He does just about by about a 10th or so. He's set a, I don't know what it was, it just disappeared. Sebastian Vettel, so yeah, he remains P2 nonetheless, about half a second off the pace. But Sebastian Vettel, on a set of C3 tyres, might be about to, well, potentially leapfrog, maybe, if it's that good an end to a lap. Sebastian Vettel, across the line he goes, 1.1 seconds off the pace. He improves to a 1:35.706 on a set of C3 tyres. I'm going to have to see what the time was from Albon. It was a 35.217 by the looks of it. Oh, no, they haven't updated the time. Okay, right, we're going to use the TV's rewind feature again. To see what lap he set. It was for Albon, it was a 1:35.070. So Alex Albon, 1:35.070 on a set of C4 tyres. We are still considerably off the pace of what is possible in these cars. So, like I say, still don't read into it too much, but it's still fun to see purple sectors coming in. It's been a long time since we got to go, ooh, a purple sector. I've run out on track except Lando now. Yeah, it seems like there's a lot more track running going on because we're nearing the end of the session. So yeah, everyone coming back out and doing some runs. Lando not got many laps in this morning. Which channel can I see a testing? I don't know where you happen to be in the world. In the UK, you can see it on Sky Sports F1. And anywhere else in the world, you might be able to see it in F1 TV Pro, but I think it depends on which country you're in because a lot of countries just don't have the coverage. I think we're going to see a wide variety of improved times coming in the next few minutes, I imagine. Oh, lovely. Ted in his sunglasses in the pit lane. Absolutely brilliant. He hasn't got his sandals on, though, unfortunately. So Pierre Gasly on the set of C2 tyres might be going for a bit more of a push lap here. It looks like he's definitely more aggressive than we've seen before. They have got the speed trap data up, so it'll be interesting to see from the Honda point of view what they're able to do. Ferrari peaking out at about 299-ish. Gasly 8 tenths down in sector 1. He's obviously pretty high fuel, I imagine. He's done basically all his morning running on a set of C2 tyres. Has Pierre. Good luck with IRL stuff, mate. We'll wait for your great content. Oh, thank you. Yeah, like I say, look. Oh, big lockup. Massive lockup for Pierre Gasly. Massive lockup into turn 10. And like I say, look, everyone's been struggling with this. It's a massive, massive problem. Everyone's locking up more than we've seen in previous years, which is really, really quite interesting, actually. Whether that's an issue with these cars or just the setups that are trying to run on this track, who knows? But yeah, no, thank you. That means a lot. Like I say, whenever I'm free, I'll try to do some coverage. Like, you know, I enjoy doing it, so there's no reason for me not to. Sky is way too... It is very expensive. Luckily, I don't have to pay for it, because I have... I'm currently stealing the parent Sky box. They're out at work and I'm watching their TV because I'm back from uni. So I don't know about you guys. I think that's a bit of a win, to be honest. But yeah. Leclerc for Monaco 2022. Yeah, potentially. You know, I think this may be his year. I think he's got a more competitive car. He's gone relatively well at Monaco in previous years. Well, until the race. But yeah, there you go. I'm just going to retweet to see if there's any, any news. Red Bull isn't happy with some comments attributed to its team boss Christian Horner by Automotor and Sport about the Mercedes potentially breaching regulations, even though they did say that, like Christian Horner actually said it. Right, I'm trying to see what people are saying about F1. Any sort of news going on at the moment? Obviously, maybe because the cars are heavier, they're locking up a bit because it's harder to field a car. Yeah, potentially, they are heavier. They're quite a bit heavier. They even raised the weight as well because so many of the cars were just overweight. Obviously, ate a lot over the winter. Haha, great joke. Mood. Oh my god. It can be watched through Now TV as well, cheaper than Sky. Yeah, I mean, if you just want to watch the F1, then yeah, I think you can do it from Now TV because they have the Sky coverage. So that's something you can do. Alonso P2, Albon P2. it's because it had the O at the end. It confused me. Albono P2. Man, that would be lovely if that translates to a real life position. I mean, look, that would be impressive. I think there's a chance they're going to be 7th at best. Maybe 6th at some tracks for Williams. I think they'll have a better year than last year, no doubt. But I think at times last year the car was quicker than we gave it credit for. I can't comfortably or confidently say that I believe their drivers were taking the most out of that car at every track. I just don't. I don't think they were. Can I have your folks Sky logins? Yeah, that's a bold one. Someone might be. Who knows? What's fast car at the moment? I think for me it's the Mercedes. Like not a raw pace, but I mean just look at it. It hasn't got any side pods. They've done something there. Whatever they've done something. But yeah. Typically in F1, when something this innovative happens, it's big. It works. So I mean I don't know. News on Alpine, not a particularly high amount. They're out on track at the moment with Esteban Ocon. He's a bit off the pace, but yeah, there's only 2 cars not out on track. I believe it's Norris and Albon at the moment. So yeah, a lot of cars out on track, a lot of running getting in. F1 TV is cheaper than most at $4.99 a month. You can watch documentaries. Oh, F1 TV is great. I have F1 TV access, so I watch, like all the tech shows, all the old races that they've got up on there. It's pretty good. Would recommend if you haven't got it. If you're from the UK, F1 TV access probably is worth it. It's pretty cool. But yeah, F1 TV. I mean, F1 TV Pro varies in prices around the world. I think in Germany it was ridiculously expensive when it came out, and then in like, I don't know, like some small island somewhere, it was actually relatively cheap. So. What are we saying? For you, who is better, Max or Lewis? For me, Max. Massive twitch there for Charles Leclerc as he goes through turns 2 and 3. If I had to say who was better, it varies track by track for me. I think... Yeah, no, it varies track by track, I think there's definitely some tracks where Lewis struggles more, and there's definitely some tracks where Max struggles more. And I'd say over the course of the season, yeah, they're pretty even. There's not a lot in it. Because they're both brilliant. Hi, about this jumping, seems like it's going to be a characteristic of the cars this year. I mean, how have you drive it? Sorry for my background. No worries. Well, look, I think most of the teams are fixing. I think the issues we're seeing now are teams trying to push limits and just see where it becomes an issue. But yeah, I don't know. It's a tricky one. I don't think it's going to be like a massive thing about this year. Yeah, Charles Leclerc ran very wide there, taking a lot of the exit curb. I think we'll chalk that one down as a bit of a mistake from Charles, but yeah, backing out of his lap there. Is anyone improving? I'd love to see someone improving. Anyone fancy just putting in a real hot lap? That'd be great. Albon's on a set of C4. Actually, was that C5s? It's zoomed out because they've got Ted in the pit lane, so I can't. Is that C4 or C5s? I tell you what, Albon might be on a set of C5s here. He is. Albon is on a set of C5 tyres. So let's see what Alex Albon is going to do. They haven't got his actual timing up at the moment, which is a bit annoying. I think they're closing it. I think they've realised he's on a set of C5s now, and they're starting to... yeah, there we go. They've got the timing up now. So Alex Albon, he's about to go through the first sector split. This could very easily be a purple sector for Alex. Ooh, virtual safety car right at the wrong time. Albon setting a, nearly purple sector 1. He was 1.5 tenths up through sector 1 on a set of C5 tyres, and there's a virtual safety car for an incident that we are not seeing. I doubt it's been a crash. Okay, I think they're testing. I think that's what's going on. I think it's a test. Okay, it is a test. It is a test. They've just confirmed in the commentary box it's a test. Oh, that's annoying. We're about to see a new best lap on a set of C5s. They couldn't have picked a worse time to do that. No red flag. No red flags yet. No, we haven't had a single... this is the first flag we've got, and it was for a test of the VSC. What did I think about Haas with Kevin and not Fittipaldi? I think it's a better option. I think Kevin's a better driver than Pietro. But I was surprised. I was expecting it to be Hülkenberg. I was very close to making a video about it being Hülkenberg before it was officially announced, and then they came out saying, "Oh, by the way, it's Kevin." I'm like, "What?" F1 news, when it catches everyone off guard, is just absolutely brilliant. And yeah, that was another situation of it. Merc building 2 different pods. Does it affect their budget? 2 different pods? I don't entirely... I appreciate there may be like a language barrier, but I'm not entirely sure. Side pods, you mean? Like, having... they've put a lot of money into it, don't get me wrong. Like, they've invested a lot of money into it. So yeah, I guess that would... Oh no, Albon coming into the pits of the VSC. No! I wanted to see those C5 set a lap time. He was 1.5 tenths up on Charles Leclerc's sector 1 time. Which is the fastest lap of the session, obviously, so far. And then the VSC came out. Worst timing possible. Sad time. So currently out on track, we've got Leclerc, Vettel, Perez, Hamilton, Ocon, Zhou, and Gasly. The only cars not out on track are Albon and Norris. As we've got 8 minutes left in this session. What channel am I watching? I'm watching on Sky Sports F1, which we have in the UK showing live coverage of testing. I mean, I don't know if anyone else has that. I don't know what the broadcasting rights are like around the world, as I've said before. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure, but yeah. What we got? What was the fastest time last year in pre-season testing? It was a 28.89? 28.9? Yeah, 28.9 I think it was. So yeah, we're well off the pace. Like I say, it's still the morning session of day 1. I guess you can say, oh, it's day 4. No, I mean, at this track it's day 1. It's still the morning session. There's still a lot of flow viz on those cars. We're waiting and seeing for these quick times to come in. We're still a fair chunk off the pace at the moment. What is it? Any change affects Merck's budget? Yeah, exactly. Any change will. They're putting so much money. And the VSC is ending. So VSC ending. We are going back underway with green flag action. Pierre Gasly's come into the pits, meaning there are currently 6 cars out on track. Leclerc, Vettel, Perez, Hamilton, Ocon, and Guan Yu Zhou. We are back under green flag conditions. Let's see if anyone fancies going for a bit of a hot lap to round off the day. Is anywhere it's being streamed live on YouTube? I don't think so. I don't think you'll find anyone streaming the content because it will get demonetized and taken down very quickly. So yeah, that's why I'm not showing it. I'd love to be able to show it, but I obviously don't have exclusive broadcasting rights of F1 because that's probably quite expensive, I'd imagine. There we go. Right, thanks, no worries. Is Perez all day in the car? I think so, yeah. I think I saw he was. I think it's Russell in the afternoon for Mercedes. Have we seen Carlos Sainz? I think we've seen Carlos Sainz. Sorry, what's happened? Well, there was a VSC just for a test. Why is not so far down? I don't know. They haven't done a lot of laps either. I don't think there's anything wrong with the car. They did a little interview of him a little bit earlier. Didn't seem. There we go. We're back. We are back. Sorry about that. Obviously, slight issue. I tell you what. Uni at Wi-Fi, absolutely brilliant. Uni at home, less. Uni at home? Did I say uni at Wi-Fi? Wi-Fi at uni, absolutely brilliant. Wi-Fi at home, less good. But okay, yeah, sorry about that. Amanda Williams has really grown on me. I really like it. Yeah, it's pretty good, isn't it? I'm enjoying seeing this Williams out on track. It looks really good. It looks really good. What have we got? I'm a Brazilian was not really excited for Pietro Fittipaldi, more like a De Vries or Hulkenberg, although they're part of another driver's program. Yeah, exactly. But I thought it would be Hulk. I'm surprised it wasn't. Which compound did Leclerc use to set his time, the 1:34? It was a set of C3 tyres, I believe. That's what I saw. Wi-Fi is having a bit of a moment. Well, it's still going, but yeah, being a bit annoying today. As I say, there's no one else in the house. Let me have a... let it at least work. That'd be great. Thoughts on Aston Martin? Look, I still think they're going to be 5th or 6th best. Ooh, wow. That is a lot of oversteer on the exit of the final corner for Hamilton there. Could have very easily been a spin. Yeah, no, I still think they're going to be 5th or 6th fastest. Wow, so that is a big slide on the exit there. Yeah, the Mercedes not looking like it's handling great, to be honest. Yeah, well, they may have done something really intelligent with the side pods, and it may be saving a lot of time down the straight potentially. You know, I sort of said it before. I think they're gonna struggle through the corners a lot more because they're gonna have a slightly higher centre of gravity. Red Bull was sick. So Sergio Perez out on track now. He's on a set of C3 tyres. Oh, I don't like that. The Red Bull on their like actual wheel rim, they have a red line, right? Oh, that's gonna get really confusing really quickly. Hashtag RaceBeacon. Albon, Vettel, and Leclerc. Whoa. Here are the turntables. Yeah. Red Bull is saying it's illegal with the side pod. Yeah, we know. We saw that comment from Christian Horner this morning. Sort of led the stream with that. Merck seems most unstable and McLaren seems shaky too. Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of the McLaren recently, which is a bit annoying. Because I was sort of watching the comments on the video I uploaded, so I sort of missed the first hour, which is when McLaren got most of their running in. I was thinking, oh, it's only the first hour, it's not too important. Oh, no, never mind, I've missed the one. I've missed the one I support. Am I watching it? Yep, I am watching it. I'm watching it on Sky Sports F1. Obviously, I'd love to show it on stream, like I said before, but copyright, I literally cannot show it. Unless I spend an extortionate amount of money on it. I'm trying to listen to that. Yeah, so I think they talk about like the Mercedes side pods and how, well, it could gain them a lot of time. That's what sport is, You have this sort of thing that happens in sport. How do I think AlphaTauri will perform this year? I think probably 8th. I think they'll be beaten by Williams this year, to be brutally honest. Unless Tsunoda can step up potentially. I don't know really. I think the Williams might have raw pace, but actually it'll be pretty close between them track by track. Anybody use C4? Yeah, we saw Albon on C5s for a moment, which is pretty cool. Albon set his time on a C4. He was improving. He was up on Charles Leclerc through sector 1 by 1.5 tenths. But unfortunately lost his lap because the virtual safety car came out right after the sector 1 split, which is a real pain. They picked the worst possible time to do that. Hey, I had a chemistry course laboratory during all the session. Yeah, I know. I've got a lecture in 1 minute 20 seconds, so I'm gonna be gone in a minute. But yeah, that's cool. So yeah, I hope you'll enjoy. So I'm gonna be back, I reckon, for about the last 2 hours of the day. I think that's potential. I don't want to promise that either. But I will try. I will attempt to be back at some point this afternoon. Basically, look, I've just got so many in real life things going on. I don't have the time to stream like I did in Barcelona. Like when I streamed every single second of it, I physically cannot do that today. Which is a shame, because I really did enjoy it and it's fun to do. It's fun to chat with you all. So, I mean, hopefully, you subscribe and ring the notification bell and you can find out, when we're next live. And yeah, we'll have a bit more of a chat and we'll go over what's going on. In the meantime, use the F1 websites, keep up to date on Twitter, things like that. You can keep track of what's happening. If you are struggling, and yeah, I mean, I don't really have any further suggestions from there, but we've got 20 seconds left in this session now, so not too long to go. We've got a couple of drivers on outlaps. Vettel, Perez on outlaps. They're going to do a standing start. Practice. A few drivers out on track at the moment. We've got Leclerc, Vettel, Perez, Hamilton, and Guan Yu Zhou. Little lock up on the front left for Charles Leclerc. Ooh. Okay, that was odd. He almost just lost the rear end through the corner. It's almost like he had the brake bias set too far backwards. He just locked the rears, it looked like. That was really weird. The car just went completely light mid-corner. He had a little bit of a lock up on turning, and then it just went really light. I don't think I've ever seen an F1 car do that. That was really weird. Yeah, Anthony Davidson saying as well they're not as nice to drive as previous years, and I think they're picking up on that big slide as well. That was I've never seen a car do that. Interesting. Maybe we're going to see a couple more. I tell you what, drivers making these sort of mistakes, Monaco is going to be interesting. You know, we're seeing a lot of drivers making mistakes, just running a little bit wider than they normally would. You get to a track where you need a bit more precision. Monaco, Azerbaijan. You could be in trouble there. Any reason for Norris doing less laps than everyone else? No, I don't know. I mean, he's going to be in the car in the afternoon session, so I don't particularly know why. I don't think there's any issue. They might have just chosen to do a little bit less running. Who knows? I guess that we might get a word on it at some point, but yeah, I don't know. But I have got a lecture to go to, so thank you guys so much for sticking around with the stream and having a bit of a chat in the chat. I guess. But yes, I'll be back a little bit later. In the meantime, why don't you watch some of the videos I've uploaded in the past 2 days on things you should watch out for in F1 pre-season testing this year, and a little bit of a sort of analysis, reaction sort of thing to the Mercedes side pod. So if you don't know what's going on in Mercedes side pod, go watch the most recent video that was uploaded this morning, and you'll be all good. But thank you guys so much, and until next time, which will hopefully be just a little bit later today. Goodbye.